All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 4 of our Hard Times Hog Farm Gameplay Series. I am the Ultra Farmer, and we are here. We're in the pig pen. We're watching this big guy just munch away here. Munch away he has been doing because, my goodness, all I've done is spend money on food. But we got a crazy episode today. We got a really good episode. We're going to finally be able to start making some money this episode. We have to get down a production facility. We have to harvest some corn. And I don't know, maybe we'll hang out in here with these guys a little bit more. We got a ton of work to do today, so let's get into it. Let's get into episode 4. Thank you for being with me today, and yeah, let's get grinding. Okay, I'm just coming through. Let's get out of the hog barn right now. Maybe let's shut the door so no unsuspecting customers run away. Okay, so let's just do a quick overview of everything so you can see where everything stands. We'll go around here. We're producing a ton of manure, which is nice. We've got, lovely pile of crap there, which is exactly what we wanted. And we're full of slurry. So if we come in here, why doesn't it show? It's very weird. What's very weird is it does this. It goes back and forth by telling me that the manure heap isn't like it can't catch it, like it doesn't recognize it. It's very, very weird. I don't understand why it does that. Um, like I gotta kind of figure out what's going on there because I move it around and then like obviously it'll only produce manure if there's one there. So I don't know. It's something weird. It's just not jiving. I'm not too sure what it is. But so we have 202 pigs in the barn right now. They just had a litter, so maybe we can go in and look. So there's a whole bunch of pigs that just came in. There's 15 of them there that were just born there. 10. Oh my god, a whole bunch were just born. And we have a bunch that are at the like kind of their max value right now, which we're gonna have to sell off because we're kind of running out of money. It's just getting too expensive to feed the pigs right now. We don't have enough money to keep feeding 200 pigs. So I'm gonna have to sell some of those off. Also, while I'm in here right now, let's go into contracts. The only thing I kind of had done, I did a couple hoeing contracts, and then I did one big one on this field. This it wasn't actually too bad. It whatever. It was 20 grand. I wanted to get it because today what we're definitely going to be doing is putting down a production facility. I want to get a production facility in here so we can start unloading the slurry that's accumulating in here because we're maxed out with slurry. We got a full 25,000 liters. And I want to start getting it into a production facility to hopefully, start making us some money. And now that we're kind of like overpopulated with pigs, my plan is we're going to have to sell off a bunch of the pigs and get a production facility down, start pulling that manure over, get it in the production facility, get slurry in the production facility, which I'm thinking if we go into this mode right here, I'm going to put the production facility right in here. I kind of cleared out some trees. There was a couple trees growing in there that I cut out. And I think we're going to be putting down this unit. Something like that. Somewhere in there, something like that. Um, is going to be the plan. So again, we got kind of a bunch of stuff to do today, but let's first go in. This pig pen or the hog barn is full of food. So what I want to do is I'm going to sell off these guys. We don't have a trailer to transport them, so we're just going to have to we're going to have to pay the fee, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I'm going to sell these guys. Yes, all those. Okay, so that puts us up at 80 grand. Now I am going to end up selling these guys and these ones, all these guys, but I want to try and get through another couple months. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna sleep through into. We're down to 192. We really didn't sell anything. You know what? It's gonna cost too much money to feed them. Let's just sell these guys because, like I said, we're running out of money to feed them. With like 200 pigs eats a lot of pig food, and we don't have the wheat and stuff in our stores to again to continue to like sustain it. And we'll sell these guys as well. Okay, not bad. So now we're up over 110,000. Okay, so we're gonna keep kind of doing that. We're gonna keep going through. Basically, what I'm gonna do is gonna get into the next month. We don't have anything good in the stores. What I'm kind of hoping I can do before I put down the production facility is we need something to transport the slurry from the hog barn into the production facility, and kind of the cheapest thing that we can get. Well, there's two. This is kind of like a cheaty mod. It's 10 grand. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't want to use it because I feel like it's a bit of a cheat. Yeah, I don't know. I could use it. I'm sure we use other mods that come through, but I don't know. Again, it's a bit of a challenge. I don't want to just use the easy tank. The cheapest tank we have within the slurry distributors is this one, which this one will also spread slurry onto our fields. It does a 15-meter spread, or it'll spread digestate if that's what gets produced in the production facility. So it could kind of be like a double. It'll fertilize and it'll do it. It holds 8,000 liters, so it'll basically be three and a bit trips from the hog barn can fill it. But it's 30 grand, and I was kind of hoping one would come through in the stores. So that's where we're at right now. So what I'm gonna do is also real quick before we go, we're gonna be harvesting our corn in October. So I'm just gonna kind of get into September and August here. We'll sell some more pigs. We'll slowly kind of get our way into October. We'll set down that production facility, and we'll hopefully start making some money from the slurry and stuff. And I'm gonna just check real quick and see what's going on with that manure heap, and if there's anything I can do to kind of get it to register a bit better. I don't know. Just gonna toy with it and just see what we can do. So yeah, I'll bring you back in 1 sec. It'll be August, and we'll kind of keep going away with our plan. So I'm just headed back to the farm now. Went up, had to get another load of pig food. We slept through into August, and we had like another big litter of pigs come through. So we're over 200 pigs again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this food in the production facility. We're going to have to sell off a bunch more here. Just because it's going to get... The pigs are just getting out of hand. It's going to be too crazy to feed them. It just really will. Even though we're not going to be able to get them to their perfect like maturity, like their highest value right now, we're just going to have to go through and sell a bunch just so that I can keep going here, so we can keep progressing. Now we're not doing too bad because we got 105 grand right now, but like we just had another litter, another 15 of these landrays. The German is it Landris? Do you say it fast? Anyways, black pied, another 10 more, or no, those didn't come through. These ones, the Berkshire, another 15 of those. We had another 30 more come through. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sell everything up to 13 months. So that guy, that can go, and then we'll sell those. Okay. And we'll do the same thing. Just too many pigs. We've got too many pigs. 17 months. We'll get decent money for these guys. Wish we had a trailer, then we wouldn't have to pay all these fees. And we'll sell those 13-month ones as well. Okay, there, we just made like almost 40-50 grand just off pigs. And there's still 174 in there. Yeah, we might have to even sell more, to be honest. We might even have to sell more, like we might have to sell down into like the 9-month range. I'm just gonna, because there's just too many in there. They're gonna keep multiplying. It's just what we're gonna have to do right now until we can really get the pig feeding station down. And now that I'm saying it, we've got so much cash, we might be able to do both. I'm not gonna rush to do both just yet. What's going on there? It's kind of jammed out. There we go. Okay, that can go through. We still got 155 in there. Sell those ones. Okay, we still got 150 pigs. I think that'll be manageable for right now, but I mean, if we have to go through and sell more, we will. Most of our pigs that we have are quite young. Like if we look at these, like there's 15 here, 15 there, 10, 10, 10. They're all quite young, so hopefully they won't be eating as much food. They shouldn't be eating as much food anyways. Okay, so we got 180 grand right now. You know what we need to do? Here's what we need to do. We need to go in. We're going to repay 10 grand of the loan. At least 10. And now what we need to do is we need to get a production facility down. So I've kind of got a spot in here, even though I don't know why it wouldn't let me blah, 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 do it kind of the way I want. I'll show you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This one right here. Okay, so I'm thinking, methinks, put it like somewhere, kind of somewhere in here. But I don't know why it's not letting me do it. There's like going to be like a shrub or something on the ground that's just not letting me do it. So I might have to go through and just kind of go through and make sure there's no shrub on the ground. And this is where I'm going to put this production facility. And then the next thing after that, I'll go down and I'll show you. Is this it? Yes, this is the pig fix mixing station. I don't know exactly where we'll put that. We could probably even maybe put it somewhere right here out of the, like, it's kind of in the way, but we have this whole open space out there. So it wouldn't really affect anything. And then that way we can just pull through with trailers, and it would be a nice, easy way to get the pig food and stuff out. Or I could always clear trees and put it back in here a little bit more. So that's the plan with that. And then I'm also going to, so what I think I'm going to do is going to get into September. I've got enough pig food in there now that I'll get into September just to see one more time if that slurry unit comes through in the stores, which I doubt it will, but you know. And then we'll get that. I'll figure out what's going on with these production facilities, like what shrub is just holding it back. I'll set that down, and we'll go pick up one of those slurry units, and then we'll start getting some of the, you know, the pig crap into our production facility. Okay, so I was able to figure out what was going on there. I had to clear out some extra trees and stuff to kind of make room back in here. I don't know. I don't know. The game. There was like nothing in the way, but apparently there was something in the way. That's all I know. But I got everything cleared out, and so what I think is it should be a nice sweet spot right there. I just want to make sure. Boom. Boom. There. We have a production facility. We have a production facility. So now what we got to do, nothing came through in the stores, of course, right? You know, it's us, but we're going to fire up. We're going to head up to the store, and I'm going to pick up a slurry, one of those slurry distributors, and we're going to come back and we're going to start putting slurry from this into the production facility. I'll also haul over the manure. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the manure heap. I can't figure it out because when I slept through the 1 month, it's still, even though it said there was no heap, more manure ended up in there. And then when we slept through the last month, nothing happened. So I don't know. I think it's just bugged, to be honest. I think it's just, it just is what it is, and I might just have to fight with it, or maybe put a different one down and just kind of swap it out to make it work. I don't know. I'll kind of think about it a little bit more. It's not really the end of the world, but I want to get it figured out, so because that's going to be a big part of, you know, putting stuff into the production facility. So I don't know. It's weird. It was working, then it said it didn't, then it started to work, now it doesn't. Really don't understand. If anyone does understand, please put it in the comment section below, like if you know what the heck is going on. But okay, I'm gonna grab this slurry distributor, and then we'll head back to the farm and we'll start pulling stuff in and out of that hog barn, and we'll go through and we'll set up the productions. I don't really know exactly how that production facility will work. Rather, I think that, well, obviously I know that we'll get digestate from it because you can put slurry in and you'll always get digestate, but I don't know how much methane or electric charge. I don't know how it sells it and all that stuff, so we'll have to just kind of play with it and figure it out as we go. But we did it. We got a production facility down. 10 more pigs were born in the month of February, and we'll be harvesting corn next month. So still got a lot of work to do, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next stage in the farm. I'm glad that we were able to sell off some pigs, get a little bit of cash flow, and not have to go just do contracts over and over again to keep our head above water. And we're just one step closer to getting, once we get that pig food making production facility and we have some grain and stuff stored away, then we'll be making money. Then we can get another field, that other field that's just south of the farm there, and then we'll really be able to start growing and getting some pigs, because then we'll be able to handle almost a full barn full of pigs, which will be awesome. So yeah, I'll grab this slurry tanker, and I'll meet you guys back at the farm. Okay, let's just get spun around here. This should work out pretty good too. We should have kind of luckily, well, not luckily, I thought about this a little bit, but There we go. I should be able to just kind of do some loops here. 8,200, not too bad. Ooh. Oh, this little tractor does not want to pull that too much. Okay, let's dump this in. Oh my god, we got a slurry production facility. This is insane. I'm so glad this happened as quick as it did. Well, relatively as quick. I mean, we're almost into the second year of the farm. Like, we almost got this cornfield to harvest, so it didn't happen that fast. But what's pretty incredible is I didn't really understand. Like, I knew the pigs would they would like repopulate quickly. I didn't realize it would be as fast as it was. Like, it seems like we just bought the first 24 pigs, Kobe Bryant, and then we were at like 209. Just boom, like it's pretty crazy because I'm pretty sure they will reproduce after 5 months. It's either, is it 5 or 6 months? Does it tell you? It's weird how you like have this tab in here and then it like doesn't tell you anything. It's weird. Okay, let's keep going here now. The nice thing too is our little truck. We'll be able to haul manure around with that little truck, our little dump truck. We also have the ability, I can put an extension on that truck. So we could get a little bit bigger of a bin in the back if we want, of course. I think it's about 4 grand. I've just been waiting to do it until we had like some extra money, which we did not have extra money on. Not that it really matters. I mean, we're not going so crazy that we need to do that just yet, but could be handy. It could be handy with pig food. Then I would be able to haul more than 3 palletfuls from the store, which would be nice. I could also kind of start getting pig food delivered a little bit because it's not that expensive. 2.5% times $1,000, right? What's that? 25 bucks per pallet. That's not too bad. And you know what? We'll be able to just kind of park this. Oh, crash her into the manure heap that doesn't work. We'll be able to park that right there. Now, let's see what I've been curious about doing too, like to mess with this manure heap, is maybe if I pull some manure out of there, if that will like unjam it somehow. I'm not too sure. Let's try. Okay. Let's go dump her in. Let's go dump her in. Okay, now I'm just gonna hop out here and I'm gonna go to this thing. That's what we need. So this is what we need to look at. Digestate. Now this will tell us if we're making it from slurry. Okay. Wow. Oh, it'll give us straw. That's interesting. So we could always put the bedding pack. That's interesting. Okay. We'd have to get like some sort of a forage wagon or something though to pull it out of here. Because I don't think it'll be, we might be able to dump it in that little dump truck. I'm not 100% sure. So the manure will get digestate and everything from that. And this is silage. Okay, so we don't have any of these. But we're going to be putting in slurry, so we can activate that one. And the manure, we can activate that one. Now, our electric charge, we could... So we're going to have electric charge from the methane. Like, I can activate this and then just put it to selling. This will make pig food? Yeah, we're not going to do that, though. That's... Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I didn't know this thing would do pig food as well. I thought it would just do the slurry and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna. I still think we should have a separate facility to do the pig food. That just seems kind of weird. That seems a little cheaty that we can just do that. I mean, you got to put in 200 corn, barley, sunflowers. I mean, yeah, I think we'll just stick with the original plan and we won't use this production. I didn't realize that you could do pig food in here. I thought it was just like a biogas type plant thing. Yeah, I don't think we're not going to do that. So we'll leave that to storing. So that means that all the methane that we get, well, we could make diesel if we want. Okay, pretty neat. pretty neat. Now, let's just go back up into here real quick. We're going to get digestate. So the electric charge, I think will just automatically sell. Yeah, I think we'll just have to mess with it a little bit and just keep our eye on it. Okay, so let's hop back in this truck. Let's go over and let's pull some more of the manure in. Again, I'll have to do a couple trips here. Yeah, I didn't realize that that like biogas plant thing could do pig food, but yeah, we're definitely not going to use that. We're going to get our own pig food plant. Okay, there we go. And then when we pull over the next time, I'll jump out and I'll see if something maybe has like, maybe some sort of like setting has tweaked. And maybe the manure heap will start to register. But whatever, we'll empty this manure heap regardless. And then if I have to do some tweaking and maybe set down a different one, we will. Who knows? I'm just going to jump out here. Doesn't tell me anything there. Let's go over to this. Yeah, it's still telling me zero manure, which is weird. Very weird. No manure he found. Okay, well, might just have to fix it. I'll try and do that. I'll finish doing this. I'll try and fix that manure heap, and then I'll bring you back, and we will start harvesting this. Ooh, a beautiful October morning. I am just coming back from the stores right now, and we're gonna harvest this cornfield. And you might be asking, well, what was I doing up at the stores? Well, I had to buy another set of headers. Those headers that we bought, I don't know why, I don't know. I've never run into it before. But they would not work on this unit. Now, like they would work, like they would connect and they would turn on and everything. But when I tried to harvest the cornfield, it would literally go at 1 mile an hour. It was very, very weird. It was like I don't know, it was like this little combine didn't have enough horsepower to run the headers. Again, I've just never run into that before. So maybe if anyone knows if that's like a thing, I just didn't really know. I don't know, maybe it's just like a weird kind of a glitch. I had a bit of a moment because those headers that we did, that we bought, they were a mod. They're not in the base game. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Really not too sure, but regardless, we are going to do some harvesting here. We are going to get this cornfield harvested. Now I just need to set... Oh, there, we're hooked onto it right there. I think we are. Yeah, you just got to drop the header. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, we'll have to catch those pieces that we just missed. That'll bug me if we don't do that. But okay, we're going to harvest some corn. Very excited about this. Very excited. The production facility is doing well. We made about 100. We made about 11,000 bucks through 1 month with the stuff that we put in. About 24,000 liters of slurry and then about 11,000 liters of manure that we put in. I got the manure heap fixed. I mean, anyways, it's working right now. It's collecting manure, so it seems to be good. I just put a different one in, and we had to spend a little bit of money on these headers. These headers were 25,000, and I got 7,000, just about 8,000 when I sold the other ones. So basically, the money that we made from the production facility had to flip into these headers. I didn't really, obviously, expect that was going to happen. But it is what it is. We got to harvest this corn. We at least had enough money to do that. And yeah, like it's okay. But yeah, it just kind of sucks. I thought we got a good deal on those headers, and they just wouldn't work. Again, I really don't know if anyone knows who's run into that. Let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, let's harvest a cornfield. Let's get this field cleaned off. We're going to kind of go back and forth between us and the little dump truck there. And we'll get all the corn pulled off this field, and then we got to do some talking. We got some stuff to figure out. I'll explain after. I'll leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but we might have to spend some money. But I think I got a good plan. So let's harvest this field, and then we'll talk about it. Nice. So we got that field harvested. Now let's just go check real quick here. Let's go check our times. Let's go see if I go like this, it'll make it easier. 16, almost 17,000 liters of corn we got off that field. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. Kind of sucks that we had to go and buy these headers and kind of waste some money there, but all good. You know, it's it is what it is, right? We lost a little bit of money, but no big deal. I mean, in the scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna park this combine away here, and then I'm gonna go through. I have a plan for kind of some stuff here, and I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna go through all of it with you. Oh, maybe if I can do this without wrecking everything. Okay, let's park this guy. Let's shut him down. Let's pull... Actually, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so here's my plan. Here's my insane plan, and bear with me. I was in the stores, and this tractor has come through for half off, for 50% off. Now, this is basically the most ideal next tractor that we could get. A medium tractor. There's two of these. There's the Challenger, that's the yellow one. They're super clutch, and to get it for 29 grand is like a ridiculously good deal. Now, bear with me. If I put the 200 horse engine in it, it'll cost us 45 grand to get this tractor, which is expensive, but here's where the second part of my plan comes in. What I've noticed that's come through on contracts are two big cultivating contracts, okay? One's 46,000, this other one's 17,000. If we do both of these combined, we'll get 63,829 bucks. If we sell our small little set of cultivators, where are they? These guys. I looked them up. Actually, I'll just show you. Vehicles, if I come, perfect, they're right here. John Deere. They're worth about 5 grand. So if I do both those contracts and sell these, we would get 68,829 bucks. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can we do a cultivating contract if we don't have a set of cultivators because you just sold them? No, I'm glad you asked. What I would say is we go in and we buy what I think are the best cultivators, or just really good value cultivators in the game. These Prolander 7500 series ones. Because it's a 7.5 meters wide. It requires 190 horse. That's why we'd be putting 200 horse in that tractor. Just in case it's got to drag it up some hills and stuff. It still might be a little tight, and we could always upgrade that engine to 225 in the future when we have a little bit extra cash. And then so we would have a new tractor, a set of cultivators. If we went and did both those contracts and sold our cultivators, we would still be out a little bit of money because these are 50 grand and the other tractor's like 50 as well. So it's like almost 100 grand for both of them. But with doing the contracts and selling our cultivators, we'd be out about 27,000 bucks. It would cost us like 27,000 right now. So our final balance would be 74,587 buckaroos. So there are some other options in here that we could potentially do. Like these ones are, it's just nice that these are 7.5 meters. Like it actually adds up so much on these big fields to have even 1.5 meters more. I mean, these are 6 meters, almost 6, and they're 30. I have some other mods in here that are like these are 6 meters and they're quite cheap. I don't really want to just do that because like even these ones I could make 8 meters wide and they only cost 10 grand. Like, I mean, I guess I could do that, but I still kind of want to keep this as a challenge and like somewhat realistic. I don't know, like a big set of cultivators would be expensive. So I think it's like almost right if we're going to be doing contracts to use like just to kind of make money, because you can kind of just do contracts whenever. I don't want to just like go and put this mod on that's, ridiculously cheap and make this gameplay series. Oh, it's easy. We just used a bunch of easy mods. I'd rather it still be a little challenging and we've got to pinch pennies and do stuff. And the other reason I was thinking of it is we've got both these contracts we can do. It's the fall. All these harvesting contracts are going to have to get done, and afterwards there'll be more cultivating contracts that pop through. So I think we'll be able to make our money back and stuff with it pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead with this plan. I'm going to go in. Yeah, we're not going to put the big engine in it just yet. We'll just put the 200 in. We'll keep everything the way it is right now. Buy this. Okay. And then let's go buy the cultivators. Boom. Now we're down to no money. Let's go accept those contracts. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna head up to the store. I'm gonna grab those cultivators and stuff, and I'll bring them back down to the field. Oh, actually, one thing we're gonna do here. I'm gonna make sure our cultivators are repaired, and then I will drag them up there, and you'll get a little bit more money, I think, if you bring them in repaired and good to go. So we'll do that, sell those off, and then I'll bring you back in a sec once we got the new cultivators down at the farm. All right, crew, check it out. Check out our new rig. Pretty not too bad. Had to spend a little bit of cash, but I think in the long run, this is going to pay for itself pretty easily. Plus, having this tractor now is it's going to be pretty awesome. Because now we got our other tractor, which we can kind of keep around the farm. We can use it to, move the bales around and all that stuff. Plus, it can still run the other implements. And then we can use this tractor for so much stuff. Now, especially with these cultivators, we'll be able to go do some good contracts, and it'll be pretty not too bad at all. I really want to get this field cultivated, but I also want to get those contracts done. So what I think I'm gonna do, let's just go look. Let's pull this up real quick here. What's the big one? Field 14. Field 14's right by the house here, so let's cruise down there. Let's set a worker to start on field 14. And what I might do... no, I'll just wait for you. I'll wait and I'll do it with you guys. I'm going to spread some digestate on this field to get it all fertilized up, since we got some digestate kicking around in that production facility. I think we'll just spread it on this field for now, test it out, see how much we go through to get that field covered. I'll probably try and even see if I can do... Well, no, we'll just do a single application, because we've got fertilizer and stuff in our planters that we can use up when we plant. So I'll probably just do, single application of the digestate on that field. And yeah, but I'm gonna go set a worker and get this contract done, because this is gonna take a little bit of time to go through this field. Jeez, look at this field. I mean, harvested potatoes. Okay, kind of looked plowed for a second, but let's unfold this thing and let's watch her go. Another great thing too is that this tractor will be a little bit better on fuel. Like, we'll still have to be careful with it, but I mean, it drives so much faster. It'll drive 25 miles an hour to just to get around this map. And then even when we're doing fertilizing or different contracts like that on these fields, it'll be much better. So spent a little bit of money, but we'll make it back pretty quick doing these contracts. And yeah, so it's trying to snow here, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'm gonna like I said, let a worker go on this field and crush this out, and then I'll bring you back after, and we'll start doing some chores around the farm. We'll get our field cultivated, and we'll get some slurry spread on it, and we'll just kind of get prepped for the winter, make sure the pigs are fed, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'll see you after this contract's done. All right, squad, we are pulling back into the farm here. We did it. We got some contracts done. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, kind of cruising in the ditch here. This thing needs a pressure wash. I had to come back once to get fuel, but yeah, we got those fields done. Even one extra had popped up, and I was like, you know what? We're out doing it. Let's go out and do it. So we got 3 of these contracts done. That big one, field 12, I can't remember if that was the one that came up. Yeah, no, it was these two, 14 and 29 were the OG ones we were gonna, and this field 12 popped up. It was on the way home, so I figured, if we're gonna test out this new tractor and new set of cultivators, we got to break these cultivators in, 1, and 2, let's go see how good this tractor runs. And the tractor run pretty good. Now, there was a couple hills on the one field, and I'm glad we put the 200 horse engine in it. It pulled pretty hard. Like, it was You're supposed to pull these cultivators at 9 mile an hour. We were kind of getting down to about 6 mile an hour on the one set of hills, so it was like a little hairy, but not too bad. We got through it. I'm pretty glad we did this. We're down to 3 grand, but we gotta accept about like 60 or 70K worth of cash. So even paying the AI workers and all that stuff, it still ended up being pretty good. I kind of didn't factor that in, just because I wasn't really thinking correctly. Also, I probably shouldn't have pressure washed this because I'm gonna go do our field. Actually, what I think I'm gonna do is, yeah, let's go spread some slurry and stuff first. I'm sick of cultivating. We'll go spread some slurry and digestate on our field first. But okay, wait, before, let's go accept this money. Okay, so we're collecting that, and collecting that. Okay. So almost 12, 46, and almost 18. So not too bad. Not too bad. What was that? 70, 76,000? Yeah, we're at 79 right now. Okay. Not too bad, all things considered. So we got yeah, we got all that contract work done. Okay, there's only 3,000 liters of slurry in there. Let's go pull through the production facility and see if we can fill it with digestate. Not too bad. We were at 100 grand. We're down to 80. We basically... is that going to let us fill there? Maybe I got to come here? Digestate. You'd think the digestate would come out of that spout up there, but I must be mistaken. Okay, let's go back. Let's go spread around. Let's go spread some digestate. It doesn't really matter what order we do it in. So let's just go do it. And yeah, and then we can kind of chat a little bit about what our next plans are. So I want to get our steering assist set. I always go down just a little bit, because why not? All right. Let's spread some digestate. Nice, nice. I don't have to pay for fertilizer for a change. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, so obviously after I get this field covered and digestate, I gotta cultivate it and stuff. So what I might do is I might let it sleep through a month and kind of let this digestate sit in, and then we gotta cultivate this. Gotta go pick up some more pig food and stuff like that so we can feed these little dudes throughout the winter, and then hopefully, even though we gotta plant our, we're gonna plant our. Let me just shut this off for a second and get squared away. We got to plant soybeans in the spring. That's going to be the next crop that we kind of work with, because then those will be the components that we need to create pig food in that pig food mixer that I want to set down. And I'm hoping by the time that we're harvesting the soybeans, I'm hoping we have enough money to buy the pig food mixer. So if I got to do some contracts or stuff throughout this next little bit, like there might be some cultivating contracts that pop up in November, maybe. I'm gonna go do those just because we got the cultivator, we got the tractor now. Look at our new tractor. Look at us go. And then as soon as we get the pig food mixer, then the next thing is gonna be we focus everything on paying off the debt, and then after that we'll focus on trying to get more land if we can get that debt paid off. Maybe we might have to buy some more land in between paying the debt off. We might have to, dare I say, take a break here and there from paying off the debt to to get a new chunk of land. But there's really going to be only so much that we can afford, kind of right off rip, if that makes sense. I kind of made a mess of this. I was trying to hit that other spot there, but I don't know why. For some reason, it didn't want to. It didn't want to get covered there. Because the only land that we're going to be able to buy is basically right in front of us, straight to the, I guess it'd be the south side of our farm, right? Yeah, on the south side over here, the south field, and I think it's 170 grand. So even if we could pay off like half of that loan ish, and or at least get down to like the 275 grand mark, that would be pretty good. If we can afford to do that, slowly just keep chipping away at it, and then buy that field, and then hopefully we could do either wheat or something in that field each time, and then just focus on doing like our corn and stuff on this field. I don't know exactly if that'll work, but probably have to play some of that stuff kind of by ear a bit, which is fine. we'll just keep giving her. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish getting this field cleared off, and then what I'll do is I'll bring you back in November. We'll cultivate this field together. We'll kind of get it all squared away for the winter, feed the pigs, um, check on the production facility, see if we can dump any more slurry and stuff in there, and yeah, just get everything squared away for winter. So yeah, I'll see you guys back in November. Okay, we are back here. It is a crisp November morning. It's actually pretty nice out. Not too bad. I'm just trying to hook on to these front attachments here without jamming it into the wall too much, but I feel like that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to throw some straw in the barn. Although, can that hook on there? Jeez, I probably shouldn't put those in right beside it, but... Although, again, the manure heap is not registering. So I'm going to fill it with straw. I have a couple more things I'm going to try. I'm not going to mess with it on camera. I'm just going to wait till off camera so you guys don't got to see me struggle with it. Can you pick that up? Did I miss it altogether? Jeez. Okay, we're going to put some straw in the barn, and then we're going to go cultivate our fields. So let's just back this out here. I think I got to put a couple of these bad boys in. I think, although... Yeah, it wasn't really going through anything. I don't know what's going on with this, like with the straw, or not the straw, but the manure. No idea. Let's just jump out real quick here. When I go into the animals, yeah, it says no. It says no. I don't know. I got an idea. I'm gonna try and put it down at the end where like where the headers and stuff are over there. I'm gonna move them out. I'll try and put one down there and see if it just like if it holds on to it better. But it really just seems like as soon as I sleep through a month, it jams out and yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it sucks because we need that to make money. That's a big part of our plan was to make money from manure and slurry. So gotta like get that figured out big time, or it's just gonna be such a burden. I don't really want to have to redo it like every time I go to sleep through a month. Have to put down another manure heap, another manure heap. I don't know. I don't know. If anybody knows, please reach out. Give me the deets. Let's jump out on this field. Yeah, this field needs rolling. We will get a set of rollers. We definitely will. Let's drop this down. Maybe let's set on a little bit of GPS and keep everything on the straight and narrow here. So yeah, I got to get this field cultivated, and then I'm gonna run up to the store after, pick up some more pig food. I might spend the money to upgrade the little grain truck and get a bigger container on the back of it so we can haul some more pig food, because I can really only haul 3,000 at a time, or I can only order 3 pallets at a time because they come in 1,000. That little thing will hold 3,600, I think it is 36 or 3,200. So yeah, I can really only haul like 3,000 at a time, which kind of, yeah, just kind of sucks. It would be best if I could do a little bit more. So I think it's about $4,000 to put an attachment on top of that, which would definitely help out with feeding the animals through the winter and all that jazz. Then, oh my god, there's here, let me just see if this is gonna set the cruise control for a second. I'll show you a contract that popped up. There's a contract for 72,000 to cultivate a 77-acre field, which even with these bigger than what we had cultivators, oh my god, that would take some time. I don't know if I feel like going to do it. I haven't decided just yet. I'm like sitting here thinking about it, and I would have to like load the little grain truck up with like jerry cans of fuel because it's kind of far away, which I could do because this thing would definitely run out of fuel. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like going to do that contract. It would be nice though, because it would help pay for the pig mixing, the pig food making factory, which we desperately need to get because paying for pig food all the time is getting expensive. And they just had more offspring. We got 174 in there now. So I might go do it. I might go do it off camera. Go help the neighbors out, really break this new set of cultivators in, but it'll definitely take some time. So I wouldn't even put you guys through that time lapse. It would be massive. That would be a big one. That would be a good one. But yeah, Gotta feed the pigs. Gotta get. There hasn't been that much more slurry that's been produced, so I'll keep putting a little bit into the production facility, whatever we got. It's nice. It was one tank of our like slurry spreader slash digestate spreading unit, basically one full tank to do this field on a single application. So just like one fertilizer state, because you can double applicate that stuff and skip a step. But just for I did just one state. I'll use the seeder to fertilize on its next state, and at least I think I'll be able to do that. Anyways, regardless, one tank will cover this field, so that's good to know. About 8,000 liters it takes to do this field. But that's it. I think probably what we'll do is end this episode there. I'm just gonna go through, finish kind of doing some of these, year-end chores. Um, I'll contemplate if I'm gonna go do that big contract. I know I could set a worker to go do it, but even still, it would cost quite a bit of money for a worker to do that. It would probably cost like, well, I had to guess, like maybe around like 10 grand. Maybe that's too much. I'm not too sure. Definitely wouldn't be cheap though. Like you still have to factor in if an AI worker's doing it, and if I don't, if like I just do it, oh, it'll take a long time. So I'll kind of mow it over here and decide. You'll know at the beginning of next episode what I decided to do. That's for sure. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I mean, we're still making progress. We're still in the hole quite a bit, but we got a new tractor. We got a bigger set of cultivators, which is handy. I knew this would be a good idea because like even the idea that we can go do a $70,000 contract really helps out since we're still like 290 in the hole, and we got to pay for pig food constantly. So I think in the end it was a good purchase. It was kind of like a good move to get this swapped out, to get another tractor and put a bigger set of cultivators, even though we had to buy these brand new. Um, I think it was the move, and we got our production facility down. And oh, the more I say it, I think I'm just gonna go get that contract done because then we could get the pig mixing feed unit put down. We could start making our own pig food, which would be a big help. Then we could get more pigs. If we can get more food, then we can get like we can just let those guys just go wild and try and get like 2 or 300 back in that barn. Then they'll be producing a ton of slurry, and as soon as I somehow get the manure heap thing figured out, they'll be producing a lot of manure as well, and then we can really just get that farm production unit going big time. So, thanks so much for watching. I know this episode was like a lot of kind of like moving around, getting stuff figured out. We were shopping in the store. It was kind of like almost like an expansion slash like more setup episode. But I'm trying to keep the pace of this gameplay series up a little bit, just so we're not doing really stale stuff. I really want to get us into to be making as much money from pigs as we can. So kind of jumping through the years a little bit here, trying to get to the point where we can get a really good system flowing. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking of this series so far. Again, if you have any suggestions with that manure heap, let me know. If you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button for me. And if you feel so inclined, if you're enjoying this type of content, hit that sub button, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time one of these episodes go out. I'm still trying to upload at least something every single day, whether that's a gameplay series episode or some sort of a tutorial, things of that nature, map tours, all that good stuff. So thanks again so much. Hopefully you have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this. I am the Ultra Farmer. This is Hard Times Hog Farm Gameplay Series, and I am out. Have a good one, everybody.